Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You want to mention real quick over at priceofbusiness.com. We've got some great content for you that you need to be checking out. Another segment of our weekly program. It's one of the official podcasts of Price of Business called Coaching Through Chaos. Want to make sure you check that out. Plus an excellent article over there about resolution through collaboration. And I want to encourage you to check these both out through our official Price of Business podcast. Also want to mention Brilliant Energy. They do a phenomenal job as sponsors of our program. We appreciate the work that they do. And we're giving away a $50 gift card over there at priceofbusiness.com for anyone who signs up for Brilliant Energy through that website. Now, I'm delighted to have my very good friend on, Super Julie, with a company called Super Interns. And as always, good to talk to you, my friend. How are you?
Good morning, Kevin. I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. Do you want to mention real quickly to the listener that I know everyone, it seems like at some point, has tried interns. I would say in many experiences, if not more often than not, they tend to be less than satisfying for everyone, from the business owner to the intern. And what Simpler Interns have done is if they've really turned that whole process around. They've made it into a very substantive, meaningful system that leads to long-term career opportunities for students and a way of really improving the quality of a business in an affordable way for the companies that use these interns. I'm a huge fan of what you do.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's true. Companies usually have horrible experiences with interns. But we know what we're doing, and we can turn that around, and we can really make it an amazing experience and actually help the company grow.
Yep.
This morning, I have a guest, and his name is Chris Johnson. Chris is the CEO and co-founder of Permission Click. Good morning, Chris. Please tell us about your company.
Hey, good morning. Well, listen, I'm with Permission Click. We do digital permission slips, forms, and payment collection for K-12 schools, daycares, clubs. Bottom line, why are we sending important things like money and forms to and from schools, et cetera, with little kids in backpacks? It just seemed like there had to be a better way, and here we are, Permission Click.
Very interesting. How'd you come up with the idea?
You know, it was right around the kitchen table, literally. We had one of our co-founders' wives, a phys ed teacher. Instead of having dinner with her family, she's on the phone calling parents. We're going on the trip tomorrow. Where's your slip? We need your money. A couple $1,000 on the table in front of her. And it was at that moment that she just realized, hey, there has to be a better way to do this.
Oh, I love that. Super Julie?
Yeah, so you come from a family restaurant business. So how do you go from that to becoming the CEO of a company?
Well, when you're raised in a restaurant family, one thing that you learn really quick is there's no harder way maybe out there to make a living. And so if there's nothing else you take away from that, it's work ethic, and then you just apply that work ethic to your passion. And for me, that's building technology solutions that make sense and are fun for people.
So where are you at in the business? To kind of tell us, first of all, kind of give us a chronology and then get us up to date.
Yeah, so we started about a year and a half ago. We set out, interviewed over 100 schools to understand, universally it's a great idea to solve digital permission slips, and that's awesome. But building it in a way that people can actually use it and that it meets security and privacy and all these other important things, that's sort of where the challenge is. So we did that. We picked up our first, few dozen schools. They started using it. And then we built a story. Seemed like we had a repeatable model, which is the purpose of a startup. We went out and raised a round of capital, and we've been growing very steadily ever since. We're now in almost every state in the U.S. and across most of the provinces in Canada. And we just, continue to add more and more functionality to the platform to really help them manage operations, paperless for everything they do with minors today.
Yeah, very, very good. Julie?
Yeah, so what are your words of wisdom to someone else that wants to start up a company?
Words of wisdom. Well, that's a long story, but if I had to pick a favorite, it's just do something. It really is. It's just get up, call great people, get connected with great people, and build a great mentor network. You get a lot of doors shut in your face, and that's the way it is. But perseverance is everything. So just, if you want to change things and go out and build a business, you can. If I can, you can, I guess is the point. So there it is.
Where is this available? I know it's online, but what parts of the country of the United States are using it? I know it's a Canadian company. Kind of give us a little sense of that market reach.
Yeah, you know what? Almost every state in the U.S. we have accounts in. So there's really, from a compliance standpoint, we just made sure that our platform covers off the core compliance requirements in both states and provinces. And availability is, you can set up your own account. It's a free tool for people to use, permissionclick.com. And if people are leery and they want to just call us and talk to us, we have actual humans who will pick up the phone and talk to you and help get you on your merry way. So we're definitely available.
Actual humans. I love those.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're not superhumans like Julie has over there.
That's true.
Still not too shabby.
Very good. Julie?
Yeah, so I know you're growing. We had talked a little bit about now you're hiring and you're bringing on employees. What are 2 or 3 qualities that you look for in those people?
Well, job number 1 and quality number 1 is you have to be a self-starter. When you're part of a growing company, we're still learning lots of areas that we could even grow into because it's a completely new field for the most part. So we look for people who just will read between the lines, find opportunities, go out and make it happen. And being a self-starter is the other part of that, right? Like you don't always need permission, but we want people who will own the successes and own the failures and learn from those most importantly. So that's what we look for in great people.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal thing. Talk a little bit about, where you are in 2015. And also, I'm curious to know, are you charging it all for the service? I heard you say free, and sometimes there's levels involved. At this point, are you charging it all?
Yeah, you know what? That's a fair question. Free does not a business make, my friend.
Right.
So we're actually freemium. So what happens is people can pick it up and use most of the functionality, all the core stuff at no cost. We have a premium edition with a bunch of fancy pants extra stuff that people in districts can sign up for at a premium price. And then when we handle any of the payments over the platform, whether it's for fundraising or taking, $10 for that museum trip or $50 for school fees, we have a small percentage that we charge as a premium in there for handling that. And outside of that, that's our revenue model are those 2 components.
Very good. Julie?
And what does the future hold for you? So once when you've completely gotten all the permission slips across the U.S. and Canada, what are you going to do next?
Well, the world is a small place these days, and that's one of the things that attracted me to a web-based technology is it's just as easy for us to add language support and currency support for other countries and deploy there. So right now we're heavily focused on Canada and the U.S. And our next step will be adding additional countries and at the same time adding more and more functionality for our accounts domestically as we start to expand abroad.
Need to check it out. Permissionclick.com. Well, that's a great name, by the way. Permissionclick.com. Super Julie, you can learn more about her at superinterns.com. Always enjoy having you on, my friend. And Julie, thanks for bringing on your guest today, Chris Johnson. Excellent interview.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Chris.
All right.
Thanks you both.
When we come back, we're going to have much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here does show up over there at usdatareview.com. And this is The Price of Business.